The last 10 years have seen differing fortunes for these two sides. Huddersfield dropping from the Premier League and finding themselves bouncing between League One and the Championship, whilst Mansfield have been on an incremental climb over the last half-decade under Nigel Clough, moving from League Two survival to mid-table finishes in League One. Wiles. It's a good-looking ball to Ashia. And Huddersfield have taken an early lead. And in the most unfortunate of circumstances for Mansfield Town, a clearance away from Ryan Sweeney. Ricochets off of Dion Charles. And he won't mind, it's his first of the season. And after a 5-match losing streak for Huddersfield coming into this game, they won't mind how they've taken the lead either. Huddersfield 1, Mansfield Town 0. Feeney. Sorensen. Now Taylor. Eventually able to hold off McAdam enough, and Dion Charles may be away here, and it's a brilliant leg to deny Dion Charles a second from goalkeeper Owen Mason. Just a clever quick free kick from Dan Vost. Charles not too far away from his second of the day. Huddersfield dealing with the threats of Dom Dwyer and George Maris effectively so far. Taylor, though, causing all sorts of problems for McAdam. Here's Wiles. Now Taylor. Ashia waiting here and just couldn't quite get the connection he needed. And the youngster not too far away from a second goal of the season. Reed setting Dwyer away. Does get there first. He's asking for a corner. He knows how close that one was. It's a great ball through by Reed, and Dwyer was able to keep himself onside. Maris. Now Dickov. Asking all the questions is Max Dickov, and a dangerous ball. Well, Max Dickov, the son, of course, of former Manchester City and Leicester striker Paul, causing a few problems down that left-hand side, and that was a cross that asked plenty of questions. Eventually away by goalkeeper Goodman, but they were queuing up there. Battle down that side for both teams this evening. Dickov versus Sorensen. Maris tripped by Harness. Just a hand in the back. Louis Reed will fancy his chances here. Up and over the wall and not too far away. Goodman had to make the save. He's yet to score so far this season, Louis Reed, but got the dip on that one that troubled goalkeeper Goodman. Feeney. Now Vost. Harness. Ashia. He's got a one-on-one here now with Akins. Ashia's ball, it's a good one, back across goal and somehow hits the post. Danger not still clear though, and Harness then fires over. It took a deflection on its way through, but Huddersfield must be asking themselves how that one hasn't ended up in the back of Owen Mason's net. It's a fantastic run and ball from Cameron Ashia. And just as Dion Charles thought he was going to be able to tap in, Sweeney's intervention, not once but twice. Harness's delivery. This time will it find its way in, on the line, off the line, and eventually it is put into the back of the net. With Josh Feeney doubling Huddersfield's lead with just over 10 to go until the break. Well, what a scramble this was on the line. Poured out once, twice by goalkeeper Owen Mason, before Feeney had a couple of stabs at it himself. Eventually, though, a neat finish. Well, Cameron Ashia may well have an opportunity here. Taylor and Charles arriving inside the penalty area. Cameron Ashia to Rowan, that's a good looking ball and off the crossbar and in. The offside flag is up to deny Dion Charles a second of the evening. But what a good move, what a good goal that would have been. And Nigel Clough with plenty of questions to ask as the half-time break approaches. Now back underway at the Aku Stadium with Huddersfield Town leading by 2-0 and just 45 minutes away from confirming their place in the knockout stages of the Vertu Trophy. But Mansfield looking for an early reply here. That's a good looking ball, and Tom Dwyer able to fire home. With less than a minute played in the second period, have Mansfield Town just found themselves a lifeline back into this one. It's a brilliant move down the left, and Mansfield Town showing their intent. George Maris unlucky not to get a third goal in 2 games. Now Lewis offering a real bit of creativity now as Dickov bursts into the area. There's George Maris, it's just wide. It was at an awkward height, really, the cross from Max Dickov. And Maris grimacing because he knows he probably should have done better here. Fired towards his mid-drift very quickly. That's a good dummy from Dion Charles, goes down, wants a penalty. Referee Paul Howard not interested. It's a fantastic turn from Dion Charles. Is he brought down here, though? Or did Flanagan win the ball? He certainly thought it was a penalty. Here is Charles again with another fabulous turn. Sweeney across to defend robustly. McAdam had to make that one. Here's Wiles with a strike, and it's another fantastic block from Ryan Sweeney. McAdam had to make the header, but it fell to Wiles, who hit that sweetly. This one becoming more end-to-end as the minutes go on. As Maris comes forward, he's got Akins waiting. He finds Akins and forces a brilliant save from Owen Goodman. Maris just using Dwyer's run as a decoy. Waited perfectly for Akins, who opted for the near post. On the third occasion, Sorensen opts for the cross and wins his side another corner. So Miller will get another go here. Again, there is pushing and shoving inside the penalty area, eventually cleared by Mansfield Town. It's a good looking ball. There's Dion Charles with a brilliant header. to call that game set and match. He was denied a second in the first half via the offside flag, but that header, more thunderous than the first. Spotted brilliantly, and there's some power on that to beat Owen Mason and send Huddersfield through to the knockout stages of the Vertu Trophy. Remaining games in the group stage will be completed between now and this time next week. But that is Northern Group F, done and dusted as far as qualification goes. Full time here at the Aku Stadium. Huddersfield Town 3, Mansfield Town 1.